A little cloud's big hello. Have you ever felt so shy that your tummy did flip-flops and the words just disappeared from your mouth? In a sky full of big, fluffy clouds, a very small cloud was about to discover that even the quietest voices can make the biggest difference. In the vast, endless blue sky lived a little cloud named Puffy. Puffy was the smallest cloud, always floating shyly behind the bigger, bolder clouds. He admired them as they zoomed across the sky, painting grand pictures with their shadows and shouting "Hello" to the world with booming thunder. Puffy, however, only whispered. He longed to make a difference, to bring a gentle rain to a thirsty flower, or cast a soft shadow for a tired hiker. But he was just too shy to speak up or float forward. One sunny afternoon, as Puffy drifted quietly at the very back of the cloud parade, he noticed something below. Down on the ground, in a field of golden sunflowers, was a tiny, wilting daisy. Its petals drooped, and its little green stem bent with thirst. All the big clouds zoomed past, busy with their own important cloud business, chatting loudly about where they would drop their big, dramatic rains. No one noticed the little daisy. Puffy's heart gave a tiny squeeze. He knew just a few drops of his soft, gentle rain would make that daisy happy again. But how could he get the attention of the big, fast-moving clouds in front of him? How could he, a tiny whisper of a cloud, suggest they change direction? His tummy did flip-flops, and his edges turned a nervous grey. He tried to shout, "Excuse me, over here, the daisy needs help." But his voice was so small, it just tickled his own fluffy edges. The big clouds kept right on zooming. Puffy felt a tear begin to form, not of sadness, but of quiet determination. He took a deep, deep breath, pulling in all the courage he could find. He remembered his wise old grandma cloud once saying, "Puffy, sometimes the biggest voices aren't the loudest, but the ones that come from the biggest heart." He knew he couldn't shout like the others. So Puffy decided to do something different. He started to twinkle, not with thunder, but with tiny, gentle flashes of light. One tiny twinkle, then another shining from the very back of the cloud parade, aimed directly at the big, friendly cloud at the very front. The big cloud, named Nimbus, noticed a faint, sweet sparkle in his rear-view fluff. He slowed down, turned slightly, and saw Puffy, twinkling bravely. "Hello, little one," Nimbus rumbled gently. "What's the matter?" Puffy, taking another brave breath, pointed with a soft ray of sunshine down to the wilting daisy. She's very thirsty," he whispered, "and I have just enough gentle rain to help her." Nimbus looked down, his big cloud eyes widening. "My goodness, you're right, Puffy. We were so busy planning our big storm, we almost missed this little one in need." The big clouds all turned, and Puffy, no longer hiding, floated forward. With a soft, happy sigh, he released a gentle sprinkle of rain. It wasn't a booming storm, but a soft, loving shower that landed directly on the daisy. The daisy immediately perked up, its petals stretching towards the sky, happy and refreshed. The big clouds cheered for Puffy. They realized that sometimes a soft voice with a kind heart is exactly what the world needs. Puffy learned that day that being shy doesn't mean you can't make a big difference. It just means you have to find your own special way to say hello. And as the little cloud found his voice to help a thirsty daisy, a little house made of gingerbread was learning a very different lesson about what it means to find courage when everything feels new and a little bit scary. Subscribe to Storiella so you don't miss its sweet adventure.